Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, my main man, Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. We don't get a chance a lot to hear from Timothy Bradley these days, but when we do, I like to listen to what Timothy Bradley has to say about boxing, and particularly in this instance because he had some spirited words for your boy Adrien, the problem Broner. Now, Broner obviously he's getting ready for his bout on April 21st with Jesse Vargas. It's a kind of make or break fight for him. I thought we were saying that out, Adrien Broner, but this is really, if he loses this fight, his career could be over. And it's a fight that I know a lot of people are picking him to lose. I am picking him to lose this fight. I was picking Figueroa, not picking Vargas. I think Vargas. I think Vargas is gonna beat him. But Timothy Bradley came out recently, right? And he basically was going off on about Broner because they were asking about Broner. Can he turn it around? And basically, Timothy Bradley gave a very honest assessment of what he sees in Adrien Broner. And he said, nah, he can't turn it around. And he said, oh, why can't he turn it around? Because he doesn't have the brains. Got all the talent in the world. These are Bradley's words, not mine. He said that Broner has all the talent in the world, but he doesn't have the brains. And he was breaking down psychologically how what goes on outside of the ring can affect you in the ring. And I'll leave the interview for you guys right down below so you guys can go check it out for yourselves. But I like what Bradley was saying, man, because a lot of things he was saying was spot on. Obviously, Broner's life, his personal life or not so personal life, has been very shaky. He's been going through a lot of problems, and the problems have affected the problem in the ring. The guy that was supposed to be a problem for other fighters has been the biggest problem for himself. The biggest problem for Adrien Broner has been Adrien Broner, and that's not going to change because, I hate to say this, but it applies to most people who are just stuck in their ways. Once you bake a cake, it's a freaking cake. You guys may have heard me say that, but that basically means when somebody's set in their ways, generally speaking, most of the time they're set in their ways. That's not to say they can't change, but they got to be open to that change. And I don't think Adrien Broner is open to that change. He's still, in the club. He's still doing what he's always done. He's still talking about how he's going to take over boxing. And then he's calling out Keith about how he's going to beat his ass. And he's overlooking Jesse Vargas and all this stuff. And it's just the same ignorant, arrogant cockiness that has held Adrien Broner back from being what a lot of people, not me. I've never once in my life thought Adrien Broner was a great fighter. I never thought the guy was a great fighter. But a lot of people thought this guy had a chance to be a great fighter. When really he was always. Let me put extra emphasis on the word always. And you guys can love me or hate me, like I said at the end of my videos. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to keep being myself because I'm BT. I'm Brendan Taylor, True School Sports. But I've always said Adrien Broner was a C-class fighter, an overrated C-class fighter. And I've said this in boxing gyms. I've said this to top boxing coaches. I've said this to guys that fight in the same division as Adrien Broner at 140 pounds. I've told them Adrien Broner is a C-class fighter, and I've given my reasons why. Don't need to go through that right here. You guys know that there's about 6 to 7 fights in his career. There's three fights he actually wound up losing on paper, but there's about another extra 4 that he could have easily got a loss if he wasn't so politically connected and he wasn't such a ticket seller. But luckily, his ignorance has actually worked out for him by getting him on the right side of boxing politics. So basically, Timothy Bradley saying he's honest with fighters. He doesn't care who you are. Like, he will tell you if you have what it takes to stay at the top. And Bradley was a guy, say what you want about Bradley, maybe he wasn't the most skillful fighter in the world, but this is a guy that was near the top of the welterweight division and 140 pounds year after year after year after year in his career. Fought some of the best guys in the world, fought the likes of Lamont Peterson, Ruslan Bravonikov, Jesse Vargas, and a whole host of other guys, and he beat a lot of these guys and they're undefeated. Go look at Bradley's resume. Look how many O's that man took. Devin Alexander, when Devin Alexander was Devin Alexander, he took a lot of O's. So this man knows a thing or two about staying at the top of the division. And if this man says that Adrien Broner don't got what it takes, he don't got the discipline, and he don't see it, then fair play to him, because I felt that way for a very long time, and I don't see what everybody else sees. Just because a guy can throw flashy combinations that have no oomph there's no power on the damn punches, just because he can plant his feet in one place and throw a bunch of flashy combinations that aren't doing anything, doesn't mean a guy has the potential to be a A-level fighter. So I'll leave the interview for you guys down below. But yeah, Timothy Bradley speaking the truth about Adrien Broner. The truth that's always been the case. I got handed to, he's been catered to, and he's always been someone that, yes, was he athletic? Absolutely. Did he have some skills that worked out for him? Yes, absolutely. But has he ever been a fighter who had an A-level ceiling? Absolutely not. All right? Absolutely not. So that's what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.